This is severe weather coverage for East Alabama and West Georgia on Dr. Don's Weather. This coverage is powered by Southern Union State Community College, Alpha Insurance agent Jamie Dukas, and the East Alabama Bee Company, and brought to you in part by Roger Bell Auto Brokers, Genesis Way Clinic in Roanoke, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, Auction 431 South, Town of Wadley, and Bama Diesel Repair. Now, from the Dr. Don Studios, in the Alpha Weather Center, here is Dr. Don.
Well, good afternoon, East Alabama and West Georgia, as we approach 1251 Central, 151 Eastern on your Sunday, July 2nd, 2023. And here we go again. I know you guys are sick of this, but we're going to deal with it again today. Odds are pretty good. We'll deal with it again tomorrow, and odds are even better. We're going to deal with it on your 4th of July. We are stuck in a rut. It is called hot, humid, and stormy. And the deal is this. We start the days off cool. By the time 9 or 10 a.m. rolls around, it's stifling hot outside, and that pot of water is on that stove starting to boil. And by the time we hit noon, 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we got a full-blown boil going, and we have strong to severe thunderstorms popping up, and that'll happen this afternoon all across East Alabama and West Georgia. All right, so we have a new severe thunderstorm watch that has been issued by the Storm Prediction Center. This watch is in effect until 8 p.m. this evening. And it covers the following counties in our coverage area in Alabama: Cleburne, Calhoun, and Talladega. It does not cover Clay, Randolph, Carroll, Hurd, Troup, Chambers, Tallapoosa, Coosa, Elmore, or Lee, or Harris at this time. But you'll remember what happened yesterday. We started the same identical way, and as the afternoon went along, the Storm Prediction Center, or the local National Weather Service office, started adding counties to that severe thunderstorm watch as the storms started to slowly migrate down to the southeast. So you folks over in Clay and Randolph and probably Carroll would likely be the first second tier of counties to go under a watch, maybe Hurd, and then maybe eventually Coosa, Tallapoosa, Chambers, Troup, and then even on down into Elmore, Lee, and Harris, if things progress today the same way they did yesterday. And here's the deal with these storms. They don't move very fast. They sit right on top of you, and they cycle. They get big really fast, so that means they can't really, the structure of the thunderstorm is not such that it can maintain for a long period of time. So just about as quick as the storm pulses up, then it starts to fall apart or starts to collapse. When it starts to collapse, that's when you get that torrential rainfall. And in small scattered areas, you could certainly have some wind damage, because when that column of water releases, that's what blows the wind out from under the storm cloud, and that's where you get those damaging straight line winds. It's almost like a microburst. And you start to get a few trees and power lines down, and you have localized flooding when that column of water releases as well. And then after, 20 or 30 minutes maybe, the storm starts to ramp back up. Remember, it hasn't moved much, so it's still over the exact same location, and it goes through that cycle again. And then the storm just kind of slowly starts drifting east or southeast. Maybe at a couple of 5-10 miles per hour, something like that. And so you end up with a lot of water over the same area time and time again. That's what we're looking at today. I know a lot of folks are outside. It's Sunday afternoon. It's 4th of July weekend. We go to the park. We go to the river. We go to the lake. We do stuff outside because that's what we're supposed to do on 4th of July holiday weekend. And I'm not telling you to evacuate. I'm not telling you not to do that, but I am telling you to be weather aware if you're going to be outside today. Know what's going on around you. Have enough weather savvy about yourself to be able to look at your smartphone, look at the app on your smartphone, maybe look at a radar and say, oh, well, there's a pretty big thunderstorm brewing over there around Lineville, Alabama, so I'm over here on Lake Wedowee. It's probably time for me to seek shelter because I know it's moving to the east-southeast. That's what you got to do. You got to look at what's out there and where it's going and when it might affect you, and then keep up with it as the afternoon progresses. You can't wait until the storm's right on top of you and say, we might better find somewhere safe to go. It's probably too late then, especially if you're out on the water. So know what's going on and take care of yourself and your family. Be weather aware and weather savvy this afternoon. All right, let me go over here to the chat room and see if we have anything going on here. There's Vicki Thompson watching from Tallapoosa, Georgia. Good to have you in here, Miss Vicki. There's Judy White watching us this afternoon. County Road 43 in the house. Good afternoon, Kim. Bowden, Mount Zion. Thank you, Judy. I appreciate your kind words. Opelika. Hey, John. Chiffon's in here this afternoon from LaGrange, Georgia. Sonia watching from Roanoke. Hey, Sonia. There's Cody from the Corinth community in Randolph County. Yeah, you know I'm going to keep a little close eye on Corinth. I have a little interest there. A bunch of little interests. Cassandra, good to see you in here. Hey, Pam, good to see you. Jackson Morgan watching us from Lafayette. How does Roanoke look? Scattered thunderstorms. I mean, that's all I can tell you. Scattered thunderstorms, and some of them could be strong, some of them could be severe. If anybody tries to tell you exactly where the storms are going to form and exactly what's going to happen this afternoon, they're pulling your leg. Nobody knows. All I can tell you is the atmosphere is right for the formation of strong to severe thunderstorms all across East Alabama and West Georgia. There's Andrew watching us from Wadley. Thanks, Sonia. Regina's watching us from Wedowee. Sue's watching us from Roanoke. Hi, April. Linda's watching us from Lafayette. Nikki Sanders. Hey, good to see you, Nikki. Nikki over there around Rock Mills, I do believe. James Overton. Hey, James. There's my buddy Eugene. He's the mayor over at Newside. Ricky, yeah. Betty Sue watching from Graham. Dana's watching us from Kellyton. Hey, Brittany Lynn. I'm assuming that's Shelby that posted that. And let me, because I have only said this about 10 million times in the past, but let me do this again. For you folks who are on Facebook, you will see a post that automatically scrolls, and it's got Restream.io. It says, Facebook users, please go to, and then there's a link. You need to click on that link and give Restream permission to share your username. If you don't do that, I don't know who you are. It just says Facebook user on my end. Restream is the platform that we use to distribute our signal to all of our different social media platforms. Facebook being Facebook, you have to give permission for third-party apps to share your handle off of Facebook. So scroll back up, find that Restream.io link. It's chat.restream.io/Facebook. Click on that and give Restream permission to share your name so I know who you are. If you don't, like I said, all I see is Facebook user. Larry Dobbs, there's an old friend of mine. Good to see you, Larry. We need to have a mass vaccination reunion one of these days. I mean, we're not going to do vaccinations, but we can all get together and go to the Mexican restaurant in Clarksville and have a good time. Tammy Hall watching from Hughley, Alabama. There's Kathy watching from Napoleon. Lucy is watching us from Callaway Garden. Good to have you, Lucy. Krista is in LaGrange, but she's about to head to Roanoke. Hello, Don. Can you see me? The answer is no, I cannot. All I see is Facebook user. You got to go to that link and give Restream or give Facebook permission to show us your name. That's only for Facebook users. If you're on YouTube, no worries. And if you're on Facebook, I encourage you to go over to YouTube. Go to YouTube. I mean, this is very important. Go to YouTube and subscribe to Dr. Don's Weather and click that little bell. One of the other things that Facebook doesn't offer is timely notification when we go live. You know how Facebook works. I mean, it may be 2-3 days before you get notified when we go live. So the best idea is to go over to YouTube. If you don't have an account, create one. It doesn't cost you a dime. I mean, it literally takes seconds to do. And follow Dr. Don or subscribe to Dr. Don's Weather Channel and click that little bell. Then when we go live to cover severe weather, you get what's called a push notification. It's instant. It happens every single time we go live. So be sure you do that. Big time important. Ray Wiggins watching us up there in Graham, Alabama. Jennifer's watching from Chambers County. Hey, Chance. Alaska looks pretty cool right now, Chance. See what I did right there? Johnny's watching us over in Kellyton. Hey, there's that Restream. It just popped up there again. So be sure you go over there and click on it. Hey, Brian Falls watching us over in the Iron City of Birmingham. Thank you, Tony. You know I'm going to look after Auburn. Diane's watching us from Roanoke. Phillip Hill, what's up? Norma Jean Cantrell watching us from Napoleon, Alabama. Thank you. You can also do what Norma Jean did. You can just type your name in there too, so I'll know who you are. Will Columbus get any bad weather today? Yeah, well, you know, it's going to be like yesterday. We're going to have to wait and see. We're going to have to watch and see where the storms form, their exact movement. We've already got a small shower forming down there around Auburn, so I'm going to say there's probably a better chance Columbus will see showers and thunderstorms today, even more so than what it was yesterday. Candace watching us down in Opelika. Yeah, Matt, that would be fantastic. So Matt's going to be in Alaska in a couple of weeks, and I'll be looking forward to that. We will make that happen. We'll go live. Heck, the way things have been going, we'll probably be covering severe weather 2 weeks from today. Or it may be snowing 2 weeks from today. Who knows, the way this weather has been lately. Yeah, Matt, that would be cool. We'll certainly do that. Kellyanne's watching us from Roanoke. Bobby Smith, Fredonia. Same thing, same as yesterday. Scattered storms. Some of them could be strong to severe. Damaging straight line winds, dangerous lightning, gusty conditions, along with very heavy rainfall. Hey, Kelly, I'm doing great today. I hope you are. There's Miss Sandy watching us over in Tallapoosa, Georgia. Same for Beans Mill. Scattered thunderstorms today. Diane watching us from Lynette. Good to see all you folks in here. And if you're just joining us, we're here because we have a severe thunderstorm watch that has been issued by the National Storms Forecast Center out in Norman, Oklahoma. And that Storm Prediction Center, they changed the name of it a few years ago, but I revert back to the old days sometimes. But you can see, and I'll zoom out so you can see the big picture. All of those areas you see inside the flashing orange are covered under a severe thunderstorm watch, which means that conditions are favorable for the formation of severe thunderstorms in and close to the watch area. The primary threat today will be damaging straight-line winds in excess of 60 miles per hour, small hail, very dangerous lightning, and also very heavy rainfall. Again, the watch is in effect until 8 p.m. Central this evening. In the Dr. Don primary coverage area, you know how we are. We will cover weather just about anywhere if it's life-threatening, but our primary counties that we watch from day to day that are covered under this severe thunderstorm watch include Cleburne, Calhoun, Talladega. Does not include Clay, Randolph, Carroll, Heard, Troop, Chambers, Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, or Harris at this time. Well, you'll remember what happened yesterday. As the storms really got going, we started seeing the National Weather Service add counties to that watch. They can do that. Storm Prediction Center issues the watch, and then the local National Weather Service office, which is Birmingham, that covers East Alabama, has the ability to remove or add counties to that watch throughout the duration of a severe weather event. So just as they did yesterday, I would expect them to add a few counties as we start to see the storms really get going this afternoon. And then Peachtree City over here in Union, just south of Union City, south of Atlanta, has the same ability. They can add West Georgia counties to this watch if they so choose. It just kind of depends on how things evolve as we go throughout the day. For Georgia, the severe thunderstorm watch does cover the greater Rome area, does cover Dalton. And then back over here northeast Georgia, just like it was yesterday, it gets Towns, Union, and Fannin. It does not get Lumpkin, White, or Habersham, or Hall at the moment. But again, that could change. We had some pretty heavy storms over here in White County yesterday. Those things moved on down to the south and affected a good bit of central Georgia. So we'll see if that happens again today. A couple of warnings that we have in North Alabama at this hour. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning for northwestern Jackson and northeastern Madison County until 1:30 this afternoon. So about another 24 minutes right up there on the Tennessee line. And then we have another one over there in northwest Alabama. This is a severe thunderstorm warning for portions of southeastern Marion and northeastern Lamar counties of northwest Alabama, also until 1:30 this afternoon. Then we have one thunderstorm crossing out of Alabama up into southern Tennessee. And this is going to be severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern Lincoln County in south middle Tennessee. And that's in effect until 1:30 this afternoon. And those are only warnings we have at the moment right here close, relatively close to the house. Ranburne, Alabama in the house. Hey, Steve. Yes, Denise. Roanoke rain, question mark. Yep, most likely. Talladega, same deal. Hey, Tony, thank you for coming over from Facebook. I appreciate that. And I'm not trying to drive you folks away from Facebook, but it's just YouTube works much better. It just works better for what we're trying to accomplish. Nothing wrong with Facebook. It's just Facebook is a social media platform that was set up for social media. It wasn't necessarily set up to do severe weather. It wasn't really set up to do very timely things. So that's why YouTube works a little better for us, and it allows us to get information to you a little bit quicker. So I highly encourage you to go over and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click that little bell. That's real important. Good to have you, Tony. No, that fire from Canada ain't got anything to do with our crazy weather. I mean, this is really not that much out of the ordinary. This spring and summer has been a lot wetter than usual, but it's not unusual. I mean, we have summers that do this. And we get this hot typically around this time of year as well. So, and you know, we dodge raindrops just about every year when we go to the fireworks show. So it's really not that out of the ordinary. And the haziness that you've been seeing out there, that's not smoke, that's stagnant air. The haze is not quite as bad today as it has been the last several days, and that's because we had all those storms yesterday, kind of cleaned things out a little bit. Yeah, long range calls for a blizzard in Alabama with 24 inches of snow in whiteout conditions. I got to be honest with you, Brian, I'd take a little bit of that right now. Thank you, Scott. Well, Tony, YouTube's just, I mean, it's for broadcasting, it's just set up a little bit better. It gives us more options, and it just works better. Hey, Kim, thank you for coming over from Facebook. I appreciate that. When you follow us, you should have had, when you subscribe to our channel, you should have an option for notifications. And last time I looked at it, it was a little bell symbol. And you just click that little bell, and that way you'll get notification when we go live. Tony, maybe you can lend Kim a hand there. Hey, Nan, thank you for watching us in Roanoke. Thank you, Wayne Lane, watching us in New York City. Get us up on one of those big boards at Times Square, Wayne. I know you got to know somebody up there. Make it happen. You let me know when you got that set up, and we'll go live if we're not already live. Okay, Kim found the bell. Cool. Thank you, Kathy. Yes. Yes, Chance, I can see you. I can't tell you for sure there, Ashland, but yeah, I mean, we've got the same type setup today as we had yesterday. I can't tell you if it's going to storm exactly in Ashland, Alabama, but I can tell you that all of East Alabama and West Georgia is sitting prime for strong thunderstorms today. Thanks, Brian. Hey, Wendy Jane, good to see you from LaGrange. Lake City, Florida in the house. Hey, Linda. Marlene Carson watching us from Roanoke. All right, folks, so we're going to step aside. I'm going to be straight up and honest with you. I'm grilling out today, and I I don't know, for those of you who are familiar with this part of Georgia, I'm broadcasting from northeast Georgia. Used to lived in Randolph County for 22 years, specifically Roanoke, was on the radio down there, for those of you that don't know all that. That's why I do weather for East Alabama and West Georgia. So if you know a little bit about northeast Georgia, if you know about Dahlonega, Helen, you probably know about the Tomato House. Well, the Tomato House has a butcher shop now, and every now and again, I'll go by there and pick me and producer Tracy up a steak. And I have got, maybe I'll take a picture of it when I throw it on the grill, and I'll share it with you, because I'm going to be with you off and on all afternoon long the way it's looking. I was going to wait till late afternoon to cook the steak, but I think I better go ahead and do it now, because I may get busy this afternoon and not be able to do it. But I went by there and got me one of those Braveheart steaks this morning. And I've got that thing down there soaking in some of that Dale sauce. We finna throw that thing up on the grill. And do some eating up in here in just a few minutes. So I'm going to step aside. We're going to be watching this for you very closely. Of course, if anything changes, if we start to get storms in the area, or if the severe thunderstorm watch is extended, I'll come right back. We'll continue our live coverage here on Dr. Don's Weather. I don't know who you are, but love you too. We'll continue with our coverage. And we'll continue. Now, these Bravehearts are good, Brian. I'm telling you. They're hard to beat. I like the Tommy Hawk, too. They're good also. We'll continue our coverage. Y'all be looking for us. Go to YouTube and subscribe to our channel on YouTube. We'll see you back in here shortly on Dr. Don's Weather.
This has been severe weather coverage for East Alabama and West Georgia from Dr. Don's Weather. Coverage has been powered by Southern Union State Community College, Alpha Insurance Agent Jamie Dukas, and East Alabama Bee Company, and brought to you in part by Roger Bell Auto Brokers, Genesis Way Clinic in Roanoke, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, Auction 431 South, Town of Wadley, and Bama Diesel Repair. We will continue to monitor weather conditions across the area and return with the latest information as conditions warrant. This is Dr. Don's Weather.